here with Betsy Weber. Betsy, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Betsy, who do you work for?
I work for TechSmith.
TechSmith, and they are the makers of, I know this, they're makers of Camtasia and Snagit, which I've used for a few years now, and I only about a year ago learned that they are a Michigan-based company.
Yep.
Very cool. Based in Okemos.
Yep, Okemos, Michigan, right outside of Lansing, Michigan.
And real quickly, just tell me all the names of the products that you guys make.
Oh, we have a couple. We have Snagit and Camtasia Studio.
Okay.
We also have Moray, which is for usability. So if you want to know if your software that you're developing or website is usable and what the user experience is, you use Moray. And we have Jing, which is a newer product, quick and simple screen capture, video screen capture, and it's free.
All right. Well, let's talk about them in order here.
Okay.
Let's talk about Camtasia Studio. That's probably your most complex product, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
It's video screen capture, so kind of like.
So why would I
TiVo.
buy that? What would be my motivation? What need does that?
So as a developer, maybe you get the same question over and over. How do I do this in your application? Or maybe you want to show how a bug happens. With Camtasia, you can record the screen. You have record, it captures everything you're doing. Any typing, any mouse movements, any screen changes. So you can walk somebody through, here's how to do this in my application, and give them a video. Or this is what I was thinking about developing. You could walk them through a prototype, or show somebody how a bug happens. Hit record, capture what you're doing, and say, hey, I typed this, I click this button, and look, this error pops up.
So an end user might have Camtasia on their own machine to record bugs and send them back to the developer.
Yep, or it's easy to do quick tutorials or tech support or.
Okay, so that's one thing that I've done. I've used Camtasia Studio to, after I create an application, because I'm a consultant, I'm not around for the whole life cycle. I create it, I deploy it, I do some transitions and training, and then I leave.
Yeah.
And that's hard on the end user. So one of the things that I've done is produce some videos using Camtasia Studio to show them how to use the software
That's
that I've created.
perfect. Yep.
I add narration to it, and they can see the mouse clicks. And sometimes it's better than just having them read something.
Yeah, and leave a piece of you behind. They can actually see it in action.
Yeah, and I should tell you that I've actually used Camtasia on this show right here. I recorded an interview with a friend of mine, Joe Farini, who wrote an application in Rails. And he was describing the application, and after I saw the interview, I didn't think that his description really fitted well.
Yeah.
So I used Camtasia Studio to just go to this web-based application and show it in action.
And that's perfect.
And while he was talking, I cut away from his face and showed the actual application.
A lot of times it's much easier to show the technology in action rather than write out, several paragraphs. It's much easier to understand if you can watch and see it go. And then people also use it to record meetings. So say you have a developer meeting or some meeting at work. They'll hit record at the beginning of the meeting and hit stop at the end, and you have an archive of that one-time event. So if somebody's out of the office or you need to refresh yourself on what happened, you can go back and watch that video.
Okay, so when you're recording a meeting, are you just recording what's on the screen and what the sound is, or are you also integrating that with the camera?
You can record anything that's showing on the computer screen and hook up a microphone, and you can hook up a video camera if you want. So you could show, whoever's speaking, do picture-in-picture or side-by-side video.
Okay, I haven't done that. That's integrated into the software. If I plug in and I have no other software on the computer that captures video, the Camtasia Studio itself would actually bring that video image as well.
Yep.
Okay.
And you can import video too. So if you have, camera video like this, you could bring that into your Camtasia video too, of the screen.
Okay. Snagit, I'm going to talk about that because that's the other one that I've used personally. What does it do? Who would buy it?
Snagit is screen capture. Anybody who has a computer, I think, needs Snagit. I'm biased, but it's great for capturing anything on your screen. So whenever I make a purchase, I want an archive of that receipt. So I'll use Snagit and capture any window, even a scrolling window. It will go down and you can capture what you can't see.
Right.
And then I'll save that. Or maybe I just saw an article. Maybe, I don't know if that article is going to be up there in 2 weeks or archived. Well, I'll use Snagit to capture that screen and save it as an image or a PDF, and I'll have that for my own archives.
Okay.
Or if maybe I encounter a bug in software, we know that doesn't often happen, but
not my software, but other people.
Should it happen, I could pull up Snagit and just capture that error window, and I could send it right to IT or right to development, and they can see Exactly.
Okay. So I can do the same
The
thing.
error
There's
message.
actually a button on my computer that says print screen.
Yes.
Why would I buy Snagit if I've got this print screen
Print
button?
screen. So many steps. So maybe you just want. Have you ever seen a presentation and the images in there are blurry?
Okay.
Print screen will capture the whole screen. Maybe you just want to show a button, or if you want to do a scrolling window, you could do print screen, scroll down, print screen, scroll down,
Okay.
print screen, and then you have to try and stitch them all together, and then your images don't look great or they're huge. Snagit makes nice small images that are crisp, captures any portion. Then you can annotate it, so you can add arrows, you can add torn edges, you can add text. All sorts of special effects.
Okay, and I'll tell you actually, the most place I've used Snagit in the past is documentation. And again, this comes down to I'm leading a project, and I want to leave them with something that'll help them to use my software when I'm gone. And simply writing a document is great, but having images inside there of parts of the screen, either the whole screen or parts of the screen. I have used print screen in the past and then cropped it in Paint.
It's a lot of work.
And it's a lot of work, and also I don't always crop it exactly right because it has it down to the pixel. So Snagit Assistant, that's probably the number one reason that I personally use Snagit.
Yeah, and did you know there's add-ins? So you can take your capture and send it right to Word
Yep,
or
I did know that.
right to PowerPoint, so
Yep.
it saves even more steps.
Okay.
Or the apps you use a lot.
Okay, so those are I'm fans of those products. I should probably say that up front. Full disclosure. The other two I'm really not that familiar with.
Okay.
Jang, what is
Jing? Jing is quick.
Am I saying is it Jing or Jang?
Jing.
J-I-N-G.
J-I-N-G.
Okay,
Jing.
sorry. Told you I wasn't familiar with it.
It's one of our newer products.
Okay.
It's all about quick and simple screen capture and video screen capture. So as we were working inside of TechSmith, we're on IM a lot, or we send a lot of emails, and we're always communicating with people visually, internally. So we developed this little app that made screen captures and video screen captures quick for visual communication, fast and easy to share. So with Jing, like Snagit, it will capture any portion of the screen that you see. It doesn't do scrolling windows. It's got very basic annotation like arrows.
So what is tough to say here? Because you've used the word capture a couple of times here. With Camtasia Studio, when you capture something, you're capturing video. You're capturing
action, the moving picture.
When you use Snagit, you're capturing a still image.
A still image, yes.
And with Jing, what are we capturing?
Jing can actually do both. You can do a still image or the moving picture.
Okay.
But very basic. It's not as robust as Snagit, and it's not as robust as Camtasia. It's just for fast visual communication. So with Jing, I can capture, a region of the window or the whole window, but it doesn't do scrolling.
Okay.
So if you ask me a question, how do I do something in Camtasia? Well, I want to share this quickly with you. So I'll load up Jing, do a quick screenshot, add maybe an arrow and some text, and I'll hit upload, and it will send it to, I can save it either to screencast.com, which is our hosting service.
Okay.
I can save it to the desktop as a ping, or I can send it to my server, or I can send it to Snagit. So typically I would just send it right to screencast.com. It uploads it super quick, gives me the URL, pastes it right to my clipboard, so I can say, hey Dave, Control V, paste that into RIM. This is how you do it, or you should see something like this.
And they'll either see a picture or they'll see a little video.
Yep, and I could put that in an email or things like that. And for the video, Camtasia is really robust. Like you can do title screens, not a million, but several different file formats, editing, things like that. Jing, record, stop, share.
So if I have Snagit and I have Camtasia Studio, do I need Jing?
Yes, I use them. You can use all of them together.
But isn't Jing basically a subset of the other two products?
Yeah, Jing is sort of, like the starter, get your feet wet, the quick and simple sharing fast. If I'm making something more polished for our blog or for our website or for a presentation, I would use Snagit or Camtasia.
Okay.
If I'm answering a quick question on Twitter or through email, maybe just to you or things like that, I would just fire up Jing and do it really quick and share it.
So it's quicker to do something very simple.
Very fast.
So you actually have both installed on your computer.
Yep, I use both.
Depending upon the context.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
There was a fourth one, right? I can't remember.
There's Moray, which is for
Moray.
usability and user experience. So you as a developer, you want to know, I assume you want to know a couple things. What's the experience people have using your software that you've developed or your website? Where are the tough parts for them to use? Where are they getting lost? Where are they successful? Things like that. You can use Moray, and like Camtasia, it records everything going on the screen, but in the background, it's logging everything that they do. So you would give somebody a test and say, hey, try and enter a report into this software application I made.
Right.
And you would fire up Moray and give them this task, and they would walk through, and it shows you how long everything is taking, everywhere they've clicked, every interaction they have with the screen, it logs. So you can say, oh, well, 9 out of 10 people are getting lost. They're looking for the button up here, and we have it down here on this tab. And you can use that feedback and change your applications accordingly.
Okay, and did you say that it integrates with Camtasia Studio?
It does, but I was
don't-
saying, well, like Camtasia, it records the screen.
Oh, it does
Same
that already.
thing.
Oh, okay.
So it's video screen recording. It does that, but it's also logging
Oh, okay.
every
So
interaction
it's an
they have.
independent product from Camtasia.
Yeah, so behind the scenes, you have these nice reports, and you can, see statistics and how long things have taken for people to complete. And
Okay, all right. Yeah, big challenge for developers is making sure that their software meets the expectations of the user.
yep, and you can hook up a microphone and a video cam and see and hear and see if they're successful and happy or frustrated. So it's very eye-opening. We use it on our own software. Can people use Snagit? Can they purchase software from our website?
Oh,
So
did you-
we're always...
Did you use Moray to get feedback on Moray?
I'm not sure if they used it that way,
All right.
but that would be a...
You can use that idea.
That would be a way to use it, yeah. I'm sure. They do a lot of user experience and usability testing.
Okay, and the 3 of these are commercial products that, and Jing
Yep.
is free, the other 3 are commercial products.
Yep. We have free trials, so check them out and let us
Free
know.
trials where?
TechSmith.com.
TechSmith.com.
And we're always looking for feedback, and we want to know what you think.
All right. Betsy, thanks so much.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it.